Today, we're going to be discussing fixing run on sentences by breaking them into separate sentences. We are going to explore other ways to fix run on sentences as we progress through the years. We have learned that a complete sentence has a subject and a predicate and is a complete thought, starts with a capital letter, and ends with an end mark. In the last module, we fixed fragmented sentences that were broken into sentences missing one of the pieces. Today, we are going to be learning about other errors we can fix in our own writing, like run-on sentences. The first run-on sentence we're going to look at is going to be two independent clauses stuck together without punctuation. So I am going to begin by reading this passage below, and then we're going to see what we can figure out. Let's get one thing straight from the start. I can shoot. I can shoot the daylights out of a basketball, and I've always had a special talent for throwing stuff at targets, and I can toss a soda can into the recycling bucket from across the room. Whew, I can fire a snowball at a tree across the street and hit it 9 times out of 10. Man, that sentence was long. Let's see what we can do to fix it. This first sentence is an example of two independent clauses stuck together without any punctuation. So we've got to figure out where it ends so that we can fix it. So if I look at let's get one thing straight from the start, I think that's kind of where the natural pause is. But I also see my subject and my predicate. So you have let's get. So let us is the subject, get is the predicate, and then the whole complete predicate is get one thing straight from the start. So I think I'll put a period after start. And then I also noticed that let's is lowercase. So I think I need to capitalize that as well. This looks better. So we capitalize the L and we put the period. So let's get one thing straight. I can shoot. Now, I know that the rest of this paragraph has so many issues, but we're going to pause on this paragraph and we're going to go look at the second type of run-on sentences. The second type of run-on sentences we are looking at right now is having too many ands. So I'm going to read these next two paragraphs and see if we can identify where the too many ands come in. It's like a sixth sense sometimes. I set up a bunch of toy soldiers on the table and pick them off with a rubber band one by one. Other kids are amazed. I can shoot a bow and arrow like a laser beam. I'm always winning stuff at carnivals. Of course, being a great shooter isn't good enough in a real game. You've got to be able to dribble the ball, and you've got to be able to pass, and you've got to be able to handle the pressure. Do you see all those ands? Wow, that last sentence sure does have a lot of ands in it. So I am going to go through, and where I see all the ands, I'm going to put a period, take out the and capitalize the next sentence. Wow, this is so much better. Let's try rereading that again. You've got to be able to dribble the ball. You've got to be able to pass. You've got to be able to handle the pressure. Way better. Now, I know that there's other issues in these two paragraphs, but again, we were focusing on the too many ands. And I'm going to bet that you could probably go back to that first paragraph and maybe fix those as well. Now it is your turn. If you turn your note page over, you will see that there are two paragraphs that need some fixing. You and your table group will work together to fix these run-on sentences. Now that you have fixed the run-on sentences and answered the questions, go ahead and glue your fixing run-on sentences into your journal. don't forget to list your fix run on in your table of contents.